It's being started. There
Hey
you go.
everybody, welcome to the January 27, 2025 Outreach for Kids, OFK, Outreach for Kids, an initiative by volunteers to connect with the children, especially in Africa, to make them aware of what's happening in the world and to help them to become the best version of themselves. Today we have a very special guest, which I introduce in 5 minutes from now. And we start with introducing first. Christian is here. He's the moderator. Thank you for Christian. And my name is Hans Nordzik. I will be the host today. We do it now online. We do it the recording. Normally, the children will be online as well in Africa at different schools, although there is a power or connection issue there at the side of their schools. So, Christian, I don't see you anymore. So, the introduction, why do we do this? Well, why we do this for two reasons. Number one, we want to help the children in Africa to become the best version of themselves and to learn how to live, to walk their path in life. There are great schools in Africa, there are great parents in Africa. Still, it's a big world. We are here to help the children understand they're a family of all the people in the world, 8 billion people. Think globally and act locally. So, this awareness and being awake that you are one of those and that you deserve knowledge, information, and wisdom to walk your path in life and to become the greatest person you can be in your life. That is what we basically, the two things we do is make you aware where you are in the world, and number two is push you on a higher level in your life. How do we do it? By this online reach out every 2 weeks. We started early 2025 and we do it every day on a Tuesday at time 14:15 local time Ghana. It's being recorded. After the recording, it is free to be used everywhere. Christian, we still don't see you online anymore.
Oh yeah, I took my thing off to save bandwidth so that it's like just you talking.
Yeah, Richard, we're going to introduce Richard. Richard is a very special person. He became very quickly a good friend of mine. He's working as a pilot, and he is from Ghana. And he was born in Ghana, and now he's in the USA working as a pilot. Between being born and becoming a pilot in the USA, that was a long road, climbing his mountain and becoming there, going through great effort, great hardship, and finally coming up to the point where he is now. So, may we have a big applause for Richard Apung. Welcome, Richard. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
gave a little introduction to you. For the people who do not know you, can you tell the shortest version of who is Richard Apung?
Well, the shortest version of me is, well, my name is Richard Apung, originally born in Ghana, and currently I work with the airlines here in the United States as a pilot. Um, it's been a humbling experience, being born in Ghana, uh, and I'm very privileged and humbled to be on this side to talk to my home country or the kids there. Just to make them understand that I was in their shoes. I've been through whatever they've been through, and it's been how do I even put it? It's been a give back time for me, you know. Like I never saw a day like this for me to sit on this side to talk to a little me or somebody like me in my shoes, which I wish to see years down the line, not to be like me, but to be better and higher than me. If I was born in Ghana and today I'm a pilot in the United States, I expect the next person to not be like me, but to be the first Ghanaian to go to space. You know, that's what I expect. They should be above me, and I'll be very happy and proud. And we surely can do it, you know. Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you for the platform. Thank you. Really
Richard,
appreciate it.
thank you for being here. First question we had already. Second question, how did you become a pilot?
How did I become a pilot? Well, it came with a lot of determination, perseverance. Um, Being born in Ghana, not being privileged. Uh, my dad initially was in the Air Force, so I grew up on an air base, uh, getting familiar with airplanes and all that. But the resources to become a pilot wasn't that available. So growing up, sometimes after school and skipping school, yes, I used to skip school sometimes to go sit at the airport on the fence to see how airplanes take off and land. And I did not just understand why common sense would tell you that metals are heavy. How can this metal just go up in the sky? It doesn't make sense. I did not understand aerodynamics. So to become a pilot was out of curiosity. And I kept reading. Um, I got privileged to get exposed to Microsoft Flight Simulator. That was Microsoft Flight Simulator 95 or 98. And I started playing with it. I did not understand anything about flying. Had zero clueless. All I knew was it would take off. If you push some keys on the keyboard, it's going to take off. But to cut it short, right from high school, I was privileged to be selected into the Ghana Military Academy as a flight cadet. And
Okay.
after my training in the academy, I got a placement to fly helicopters here in the US. So I did my private, instrument, commercial, turbine transition, then went back and was serving in the Air Force as a helicopter pilot. That
Wow.
was how I became a pilot. But did I ever think one day, anyhow, any way, shape, or form, I'll be a pilot? No, it wasn't common. It wasn't. I always admired pilots, but to see myself as one, even till date, I still can't believe it.
Very good. Thank you. And Richard, what do you love about Ghana?
The talent, humility.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
humility. And
What is that? Please explain to the kids. What is that?
humility is like, even though all of us are not the same, but we still have a common purpose to always better ourselves.
Wow.
You know, we even though the resources may not be available, let me break it down. On this side of the US or on this side of the planet, you see, all the resources are there. You can get every information you have on the internet or walk to the office, and no information will be held away from you. There, um, internet, electricity, like the resources or the challenges we are having now, not even for them to log in, it's a problem. Um, Not everything can also be found in books. So everyone growing up wants to be somebody in the future. And everybody wants to be not like better than their parents, but want to position themselves later in life that your parents or your family will be proud of you.
Hmm.
You know, so it's more of that motivation and zeal always in you. I want to be somebody. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be in the military. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a pilot. All the professions are there, you know, but it's just the steps to get there are the broken link. But everybody, I would say every Ghanaian wants to better themselves. Always, always, always.
Very good. I couldn't agree more. I put it in words. Thank you for saying that for the kids. And
Yeah.
what do you like about being a pilot? What do you like about flying?
Oh my goodness. What do I love about flying?
Yeah.
It's always a daydream. Anytime I go up in the air, I smile. Because I tend to sit down and watch all the vehicles and cars and houses and human beings very small. And I see myself as big and I can see everything.
Yeah.
It's like a kid with candy, you know, and I can actually appreciate the map. Okay, I'm flying across Florida. I can see the actual panhandle of Florida. I can see all the rivers. I can see, oh, that's the Mississippi River.
Ah,
Oh, that's this state. Oh, this is the state line. All I do with the map is zoom in and zoom out. Oh,
oh
we're
yeah.
about to cross North Carolina into South Carolina. Hey, we crossed. That's all. I play with stuff. And it's humbling, it's quiet. nobody disturbs you. It's like a different world altogether. I love flying till day. It's a different world. That's all I can say. I can't express it with words. It's fun.
Well, beautiful. Christian is a pilot as well, and I'm a pilot, and we agree on that. Is playing with stuff,
Yes,
essentially playing.
always pushing buttons.
Hey,
Yes.
Christian, do you have somebody or more person in your life that was a role model that you could say, "Oh, I want to become like him"? Could you mention some names?
Oh, for
Could be
me?
no, no. Sorry, no, Richard. It's a
Oh,
Richard.
I'm
Sorry,
like,
Richard. Could you
Um,
mention people that maybe in the family, father, mother, or a teacher, or somebody at TV? They said that's my role model.
um, so growing up, like I said, I grew up on the air base as a kid, and I had encounters with Air Force pilots, and I always wanted to be like them. You know, let me see. I'm trying to remember some names, but it's been long. But majority of them were Air Force pilots.
Yeah,
Those who used to fly the fighter jets, those who used to fly the transport aircraft, because every Christmas season there used to be family flights. So you get a chance to actually board an airplane for the first time in your life.
yeah.
And I remember growing up as a kid, my dad used to travel a lot on the airplane. So when we have school vacation, my dad will bring me along on his trips. And whenever there's turbulence or bad weather and it's shaking, everybody will be scared. I'll be there laughing. I just love it. It's like, well, if the pilots are not scared, why should I be scared?
Hmm.
So I've forgotten his name. We had Boating. He used to be one of the oldest pilots on one of the oldest fleets we had in Ghana. Oh God. I'm trying to remember some names, but they made me like love flying. I just wanted to understand flying. The
Hmm.
funny thing is that my mom still works in the school library. So I asked my mom, what do I need to do to become a pilot? My mom said, I have to read all the books in the library. That broke my heart. I said, no,
Hmm.
I don't even want to read. Why should I read all these books in order to become a pilot? But that didn't stop me. But it's been fun. It's been a humbling experience. I would say mostly my inspiration came from the Air Force,
Yeah,
based on my exposure.
yeah.
Yeah, based on my exposure.
Christian, Selma's or somebody else is trying to connect. Apparently, no. Hmm. We just continue with the. So thank you for saying that. So your role model, there was people in the Air Force, and also your parents were there
Absolutely.
to help you to become who you are.
Yes,
Excellent.
sir.
Thank you for that. Um, what are you doing right now in your life? What are you busy with? What are you? Are you?
Should we wait for them to connect or I should go ahead?
Good one. Let's see if they can connect.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Hello there. And Malo, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I can hear you. So if
Yeah,
you are
very
ready, I
good.
can let the kids come in.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and
Loud
clear.
and clear.
Good.
Are the children there on your side?
Yeah, they are ready. So this our small room. I'll let them come over if you are ready.
Yes, we already halfway the interview, so they can come in. We did
Okay.
record already for 15 minutes, so you will get the recording later on.
Okay.
So at some stage we had to start, which we did 15 minutes ago, and we're waiting
Okay.
for David from the school from Selma to join in as well. David, are you here?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see the
Hello,
kids.
hello,
Hey.
children.
I'm happy to see them.
Hello, children. David, can you unmute yourself? Or Selma?
Yeah, I think they are muted.
Okay. Hello there. Hello there. Can you all
Wow.
can you all hear us?
Very good. Wow.
Very good, very good. David, and
I'm
I
sure
will,
Emmanuel is going to bring the other kids around.
yeah, and Emmanuel, they should be there in a minute. We just continue with what we're doing here. So, dear children in Accra of Ghana, very welcome here. We are halfway the interview. We are doing an interview with a very special guest today, and there was a little bit of a connection issue, and now we are already halfway the interview. We have recorded it, so what our dear guest has been telling us is on the record. You will see that later on. So we go halfway the interview, we just push in. So first, very welcome. We have another 20 minutes to talk and to interview this special guest, which I will introduce. And first, again, welcome to the children from Selma, and welcome from the children of Emmanuel. We do this outreach for kids, especially for the kids in Africa, for two reasons. We are here for two reasons. Number one, or well, for three. Number three is to have fun, excitement, and number two is to help you to become who you are, to help you to become who you are. All our speakers from our side, we have a strong belief that you can all be a very good person in your life and do what you can do in your life. That's number two, become who you are. Number three is that we want you to be aware that we are part of a very big world. 8 billion people are around the world, and we are a family of all those people somehow. So you think about the whole world, think globally, and you act locally. So we're going to our guest. Our guest is a very special man. He already told us a lot about his life. We'll continue about it. He's a pilot. He's a professional pilot. He can talk very good about things. And the unique thing is he was born in Ghana. He is in Ghana and he is now living in the USA. May I have a big applause for Richard Apung. Thank you. Richard, we come to the next. Richard, say a few words to the children, please, to welcome them.
Welcome all of you, and I'm happy to see you all. It's a humbling experience to see you all. I feel like I can see myself in one of these groups years down the line. Yeah, so I'm happy to see you guys and welcome. Thank you for making time so we
Richard,
all can meet each other.
Richard, 10 minutes. You told us a dream, because what are you? What are you doing in your life right now? And you had a dream, but first tell us, what are you doing in your life right now?
Right now in life, the job we do or any profession you do as a pilot or it's a constant learning process. Flying is I have to zero in on flying, or even as a lawyer or a doctor or whatever you are. But flying is what I can talk much best. Um, just related to every other profession. Things change every day, nonstop. It is your responsibility as a professional to keep up with all that. So what keeps me up at night every day is to try and stay in touch with what I need to know to stay proficient and current. Um, Regulations change, um, different rules and operating stuff change. Um, like right now, I'm preparing to go to school to learn about a whole new jet, a whole new airplane from scratch. So I'm trying to stay 2 or 3 steps ahead by learning my memory items, limitations, call outs, systems for the various parts of the airplane so that once I go to school, all this information is not new to me.
Yeah.
In the same time, whatever airplane I am in, I'm always learning something new every day. So in life, there's no dull moment. Even if I'm not learning about airplanes, I am learning about life, like learning from other people, what other people ahead of me have been through. What can I learn from them in order to better my life situation. I'm not saying life is not good. Life is always great. Every day is a great day, but there's always something out there that needs to be done. And always gathering information, which can help you in any way, shape, or form. So there's no sit down moment like, even if I'm sitting playing video game, it's fine. I'm relaxing. I'm not getting into trouble, but I'm always reading and getting more information, asking people questions, and trying to know what I haven't learned or what I struggle with in some days down the line, which I needed help understanding. So I'm always busy. Yeah.
Hey, and Richard, so you fly airplanes and people pay the company. That's how you make a salary as a professional commercial pilot. You told us 10 minutes ago a dream. What could be the future of one of the people or the young people in Ghana? What could they become?
They can, I expect them to be not like me, but better than me. If I am here today as a helicopter pilot and an airplane pilot instructor, I expect them to be above me like an astronaut. I want to see somebody like, okay, even though we saw one of us as a US pilot, well, we want to be the first Ghanaian to go to space. We want to, I want to see one of you be like, okay, I'm the first Ghanaian to land on the moon or to explore Mars or put a satellite into space or uh, be the first Ghanaian to do a bone transplant or something different, research cancer, anything. You can do it. Nobody should feel like there's a limitation. There's no limitation. The power is in your hands, you know. You just have to believe in yourself. It's not going to come easy. You are going to make mistakes. Uh, be very grateful that you can make mistakes. The only thing is that you have to learn from those mistakes and move on. If it will make any of you guys happy, I was never the first in class. I was never first. All the exams we write, I was never first, and that did not discourage me from becoming a pilot. Um, to make it very, very easy for you, in flight school, when I was sitting in my first ground school as a pilot, I was the only one that failed ground school. Yes, and I thought I was never going to be a pilot. But at the end of the day, I was able to review and understand what I was missing. When it came to the practical aspect of flying, spot on. But when it came to the ground knowledge, it was like it was too much information for my brain to understand. So I was the only one that failed. But did I feel happy about it? No. Did I study? A lot. I stayed up all night to study. But I couldn't just put two and two together. So don't think anything can stop you from becoming what you can be. Don't worry. You can even be in the field. Mistakes will happen, hurdles will come. They are all to build you and mold you to becoming the best. Just like when you dig gold or when you dig diamond, you don't pick it polished, right? You still have to work on it and polish it, whether gold or diamond, before it brightens. So see every mistake you see as polishing yourself, your inner self, your true self, to become the best. And when you're bright, no matter where you are, you will shine. It's that's the trick of life. I don't know.
Very good. Thank you, Richard. Can you show some videos or photos of what you're doing as a pilot?
Yes. If you have it, you can share. Yes, this was.
Can you explain? Tell us what you see here.
Here we were sitting at 45,000 feet, and I was cleaning my camera lens, and I was checking to see if it was taking good pictures. Yeah, but
You
this is a regular day at work. Yeah.
If you are in charge now, if you want the next video or picture, tell us.
Okay, so we can go to the next one. Yes. So these are two kids whom we landed in Providence, and I saw them at the fence waving at us as we were taxiing in. So I told my co-pilot that, hey, I'm going to get those kids to see the airplane. So once we touched down, we shut down. I went through the FBO and spoke to those kids that they need to come on board the jet. This is how, when I was growing up as a kid, I used to stay at the fence of an airport to see how airplanes take off and land. So I'm going to give them the same opportunity to come and push any button and see what an airplane looks like. Yeah, so that was them on the stairs. Well, we can go to the next one. Yes, this was me walking them to the airplane and explaining to them why we need so much space. The kid in front asked, why is the ground so big? And I said, because we have big wings, we don't want to touch anybody. So that is why the ground is so big. And as we walk forward, I was going to show him the taxi line, that if we follow that line, nobody hits us, we don't hit anybody. Yeah, so that's a picture of me walking them to the airplane.
Go ahead.
Yep, same picture. A normal day at work, watching the blue skies.
You have some videos to show? You have some videos, Christian, to show them? Yeah, 1 minute. It will show the videos. Yeah.
Yeah, the video will show a regular day at work. Oh, yes. So this is like a constant descent final approach. And this was landing in Mexico. And yeah, I think that was my first time going to Mexico. And this is what we do
Wow.
on a regular day.
Nice. Next video.
Okay, so this
What do we
was
see?
we were dodging a lot of thunderstorms, and we didn't know whether we were going to make it or not. So we had to take a crew decision to go, and the winds were in our favor. So we landed, and my co-pilot just took his phone and started recording me. Like, I can't believe we did this.
Show it again, Christian. It's a short video this time.
Yeah, it's quite a short. Yes, we had just landed in Pittsburgh.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you. That's the final for the. We stop with the videos and the photos here. Richard, before I give the microphone to the children of Selma, they can ask 3 questions. I have a few more questions for you, Richard. One thing is, what do you like about Ghana?
One thing I like about Ghana is that we are humbled, we are determined, and we've got a can-do spirit. Once we have the opportunity and the resources, we can do whatever we can. It's a loving country, and it's like an all for one, one for all kind of mentality. Everyone is willing to help, regardless of whether you have money, resources, or whatever. But we still see ourselves as human beings, and we always try to help each other out. We've got that empathy among ourselves. And that's one thing I love about Ghana. We are always helpful, kind, and respectful wherever we find ourselves.
What do you see as a future for Ghana?
For the future of Ghana, it's all in our hands as the youth. With our exposure to the outside world, I see that Ghana will be one of the best countries in Africa and even in the world, with all the resources and with the new mindsets and the new generation of young people coming up. It's going to be like a powerhouse for Africa, be it medicine, aviation, meteorology. Once all the dots connect, Ghana will be a very great country.
And
Years down.
what role can the children that are listening to this to you now, what role can those children play in the future of Ghana?
They have a lot to play, and it starts from within yourself. You cannot sit down today and say, I want to be president without knowing how to even manage your books. You know, you have to manage from a small scale before you can think big. You know, how organized are you? And it all starts with discipline. You have to be disciplined. You have to discipline yourself. Um, be respectful, be humble, always be willing to listen to advice, and always learn. If you don't know, you learn. If you know, you teach. You understand, and always help yourselves. Nobody can come and help you if you don't help yourselves. You know, and it starts from there. And once you make the best effort, the rest will come by itself. It's like a natural law. Just do your best. Just put your best foot forward. You know, and always understand that the power is always in your hands. Always, you have the ability and the capabilities to do whatever you want to do. And it starts with baby steps. You have to learn how to crawl, walk, then run. So it will come with time.
And Richard, you had this beautiful metaphor that you said your life is like a diamond, and you have
Yes.
to polish the diamond. What skills or tricks or tips do you have for the children to polish their diamond of in their life?
Um, always ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask. Ask it in the right way. Even though all your answers may not be, all the answers you may be wanting may not be provided, but that should not prevent you. Um, Trying to be a pilot, I thought I was just going to learn to fly and forget about it. But it's an everyday, in fact, it's every 6 months. You have to go and learn. You have to go and learn. You have to go and learn. That does not mean that we don't know how to fly. We know how to fly perfectly, but it's all part of the polishing process. As a kid, the best is to just stay in your books, do your best in school. Just do your best. It is not all about school. It's about how you live in the house and the resources your parents provide you. Even though they may be rough, but all those tools and the little resources your parents or your schools provide you are actually going to polish you up in the future. You may not have computers in the school. You may not have food to eat every day. You may not have the resources to get a vehicle or a bicycle to drive to school. You walk. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's all steps which are going to help you so that later down in life, once you get to a certain point, you can look back down and like, I am grateful I went through all these hurdles or steps to make me what I am today. It's just like if I buy you a car today, you have no effort, you have no understanding or comprehension of how the car was given to you. But if you work through studies, dedication, being humble, respectful, always willing to share, and also willing to give and learn. Learning does not necessarily mean you have to be first in class. Like I was saying earlier, I was never first in class. No, I was never first. Maximum fourth, fifth, maybe sixth. I failed some classes. It's fine. By the end of the day, that did not put me down. I was still able to still keep pressing on, always working step by step, step by step. My brain is different. I cannot learn as fast as some people. So it took me time. So don't overthink it. Just do your best in whatever subject you are in. If you are very good in English, just be good in English. If you cannot add science and math, don't worry about it. Just do your best. Pass, and everything will fall in place.
Thank you, Richard. That's a beautiful statement you made there. That's what we will hold on to that statement, those that you made there. That's very important for the children to know that. Before we go to the conclusion of what we learned from you today, I'd like to give the opportunity to ask some questions. The children that are in the School of Emmanuel, you're very welcome here to listen today on listen, and the children in the Selma school, we have the opportunity to ask 3 questions to Richard. So I need David or Selma to take control of the microphone and mute yourself in Selma Foundation School for 3 questions, please. And the children in Emmanuel School, please listen. David or Selma, can you unmute yourself and give the opportunity for 3 children to ask a question, or parents?
Hi, yes, this is Selma here. Good afternoon. Can you see me? Yeah, I'm here. I just want to greet you and David will take over for me. Do you hear me?
The audio is very bad, so please speak slowly and go ahead.
Hello, and good afternoon to you all. And how are you doing? We are very grateful for having the opportunity to be with both of you today. And so the children in Smith Christian International School are yearning to always learn from you, to hear from you, and aspire to become future heroes of tomorrow. We are very grateful. So I want David, my son, to take over from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't totally get it. I got it halfway. So are there some children with a question, please?
Yeah,
Richard, did you get it?
yeah, I got it. What she said was she was grateful to get the opportunity to be given the opportunity to become future heroes. And I
Okay.
think we have one student over there willing to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Selma or David. What's the question there?
Thank you. Hello, yes. Hello, yes. Hello, she wants to know if midwives working days.
Did you get it, Richard?
No, I didn't get it. Can you please ask again, Sir David?
So if there are midwives in the airplanes.
If there are what with airplanes?
Midwives in airplanes.
Any wires?
Midwives like LSL and stuff like that.
Or is it possible to type the question for me? If there are...
Do you see it, Richard?
What's the question again? Let me see.
Are there midwives in the plane?
Midwives in airplanes. What are midwives? Or like cabin attendants or flight attendants?
Yeah, I think they help with delivery. Parents in case they want to deliver the babies.
Like midwives in airplanes. Well, the best I can say that if it's child labor, we are taught differently, and on other fleets, we have people who are specially trained to handle such instances. We have trained people who handle it, but as pilots, we all we can do is first aid. I hope that answers the question.
Is there another question from the Selma School? We have 2 more questions we can do. Otherwise, I have a question.
Please.
Hi, Sonia. When you guys are driving them, you guys eat.
Do we eat?
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to know.
She wants to know whether we eat in the air. Yes, we eat. We eat before we go up. We eat whilst we are up, and we eat when we get down. Yeah, but we have a phase in flight we can only eat. You don't eat when you are taking off or when you are about to land. You only eat when you are level flight.
One more question.
Hans is like a genie. I will give you 3 questions.
Yes, carefully.
Is there one more question, David, from your side, from the children?
This one people wants to see this.
Did you get it, Richard?
No, I didn't get it. Maybe Mr. David has to type it.
David, can you repeat the question slowly?
She wants to know if there are special sleeping areas for people in the
No, we don't get it. Can you type it out? Can you type it somewhere?
She wants to know if there are places where people can sleep if they want to in the day.
I don't hear. Do you hear it, Richard?
No, all I hear is she's asking if there are places to know something, but if it's possible, just type it, please.
Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting for the question from Selma.
Yes.
And then we conclude the questions and go to the conclusion. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
David, can you mute yourself? David, please mute the microphone. Thank you. Go ahead, Richard, with answering this question, last question.
Yes, there are places people can sleep in the airplane. Yes.
Okay, Richard, one more thing is on my mind. Who is your inspiration? Who inspired you to become who you are?
Like I said earlier, I would say my parents, and growing up around the Air Force base, mostly were the Air Force pilots. Looking at them, talking to them, trying to connect how can human beings put metal in the air. Young back then, I did not understand aerodynamics. So I saw them to be different kind of human beings, like a different breed of human beings. How can a normal human being manipulate metal into the air? So I would say it's mostly my parents. My siblings also gave me a hard time learning how to fly. And the pilots I came in contact with whilst I was still a kid. Yeah.
Richard, thank you so much for all your wisdom. What I understand, if I conclude your message here, that everybody is born like a diamond, a rough diamond, and life is meant to polish the diamond to become who you are. In my words, I see it like this. We are here as a child born, and this is
Yes.
the mountain of life, and we want to end up there, and we have to climb our mountain up there. So, Richard, you have said a lot of beautiful things to the children in order to reach their goals in life. I want to ask the children, and please unmute yourself in Ghana, both schools, unmute yourself in Ghana.
They're
Unmute
muted.
the microphones, please.
are.
In Selma and in Emmanuel, unmute the microphone. And if that is done, I will have a question for the children. Yeah, so unmute your microphone and let's give a big applause to Christian and especially also today to Richard from the children. Thank you. David, can you mute yourself again on the microphone? One more thing, Richard, could you recommend a guest for a next presentation? Would you know somebody to do a next presentation? You can let me know later on, please.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do.
So, children, we're going to the conclusion of this meeting. It has all been recorded, including what Richard have told you before you were online. We will send it one of these days to you, and you can see the whole interview and all the beautiful things that Richard has been telling to us. The next meeting will be in 2 weeks from now, and we're going to set forward on this idea of making your life into a polished diamond or climbing your mountain as a human, as a child. How do you do that? We're going to do that, going to set forth on that in 2 weeks from now. It will be called How to Become Your Own Hero. How to Become Your Own Hero. See you next time in 2 weeks from now. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, this is fun.
Good. Goodbye, goodbye, Emmanuel, goodbye, Shalva, David. We talk next time. Okay, can we stop the recording, please?